Finding yourself bored and numb? Well, no worries, cause now you can get the all-new Ink Pods. So now you can listen to math on the go or on the road. So why stall? Get the all-new Ink Pods today.
Hey there class, this is Mr. Ivan and I'm going to be going over the solutions for Monday's quiz on polynomials, and this is version banana. So first of all, you gotta get some points just by writing your name and selecting the correct period. So the first question we have here are the Kenkins, and this is a 4x4, so my only options are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first thing I want to do is I want to select the easiest ones, which are these numbers just by themselves. So I can select 1, 2, 2, and 3. So then from here you just kind of build on what you probably already know. So I noticed that I can probably just put, let's say, 4 and 1. So I can probably switch those around if I need to, but for now I'm just going to keep them like that. So this has to be 3 in this case because I have to include every single number, 1 through 4. And then this has to be a 4 then this has to be a 2, and this has to be a 1, so this has to be a 4, this has to be a 3, and from here I can probably maybe swap 2 and 1, but if that's the case, then this has to be a 1 and 2 because I can't have repetitions. Then this has to be a 3 and this has to be a 4. I have to double check my work. Everything has to be no repetitions, and every single number 1 through 4 has to be included. And I think I should be clear. Yeah, I think I should be clear from here. Okay, moving on to the next one. Which is true about the following polynomial? I notice that I have my leading degree here is 4, and so because that's my degree, the leading coefficient is the number right in front of it, which is 3. So therefore, this is the answer. Coefficient is 3, leading coefficient is 3, and my degree is 4. Next up, we have this example where notice that I have my end behaviors are the same. Whenever you have the same behavior, end behavior, that's an even. But in this case, we know that it's an even, positive even, because my end behaviors are both going up. So because of that, I can actually select both of these, even and positive coefficients. Next up, we have this following polynomial or no polynomial. The reason why this is a polynomial is because my exponents are positive even numbers. Positive whole numbers. Positive whole numbers are my exponents. However, if they were fractions or negative numbers, this would not be a polynomial. Don't let this leading coefficient confuse you. The leading coefficient is a fraction, but that does not matter in this case. Alright, one thing I want to point out is that the directions say to only select 2 out of the 3. So you have to select 2 out of the 3 and skip one of them. So that was very important. I had to subtract 1 point from several students because they tried to attempt all 3 problems. Alright, next up we have problem 6, where they're asking you to determine whether the function is odd or even algebraically. So this is something that we actually covered last semester, where we first had to identify what our original function is. In this case is x to the 5th power plus x, and then from here we had to multiply the entire function by a negative so that we can get our negative version, right? So we identified our original and we also identify our negative version. Once we have both of these, all we have to do is just plug in a negative x. And this is the testing part. I'm going to test this function by plugging in a negative x inside it. Keep in mind that I have to test my original, not the negative version. So this means that wherever you saw an x, it becomes a negative x. Anytime where a negative number is raised to an odd number, in this case raised to the 5th power, it stays negative. So now I have negative x to the 5th power minus x. Notice that when I plugged in negative x into my original, it's actually equal to negative f of x. So because that's the case, my function is odd. Okay. Moving on over here, same case is going on here. You only have to choose one of these. Only one of these. So, but I'm going to keep going over the first one. So if you notice the end behaviors that this thing is describing, it's saying that as x approaches positive infinity, right, I'm going this direction, my y is going down. So, in other words, if I go this direction, my y eventually has to go down. So I can go ahead and write this end behavior as such. And then when I go to the opposite direction, when I go to x approaches negative infinity, my y actually goes up. So because of that, I can go ahead and write this end behavior as such. Now I gotta figure out what's going on in here. So in the directions it says y has an intercept at y equals 0. So y equals 0 is actually at the origin, which happens to be an x-intercept as well. So when it describes 3 x-intercepts, I already have one of those. So I can go ahead and write down maybe 2 other random x-intercepts. So now when I connect all of these, notice that it actually creates 2 curves, which matches what we predicted, 2 relative extremas. So everything matches well, and we're ready to move on to the next question. Next question, they ask us to determine which one satisfies the following graph. So we have a graph that has end behaviors that are both going up, so we know that it's even, but because it's both going up, we know that it's a positive even. So because it's positive, we're looking for a function that has a positive leading coefficient. And the only ones that I can see are these 2. So I gotta narrow it down which one it is between those 2. So we know automatically that this one does not make sense. Okay, how many terms does it have? It has 1, 2, 3. If you remember the formula, the fundamental theorem of algebra states that the number of terms equals degree minus 1. So I already know that I have 3 terms. So I can plug in 3. So 3 equals degree minus 1. Add both sides by 1. I know that my degree has to be 4. So which one of these 2 has a degree 4? It has to be the second one. This one is my degree 4 because I multiply 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So when you go ahead and write these explanations, you want to give a good explanation of why you chose it. So I chose this one, the middle one, because the leading coefficient is positive and the degree is 4. Just those 2 things enough? Those 2 pieces of information is good enough to explain why you chose your answer. And for the first one, I just mentioned that my leading coefficient was negative. I can't have that. And for the last one, I chose no because the degree is 3. Alright, hopefully this helped you guys out, and I'll see you guys in class.
Okay, look, I'm honest. Math, I can't lie, I missed you. You and the numbers were the only things that I commit to. I never cheated on the final back when I was with you. But you believed in everything, but in it, I don't kid you. Ink says I know you changed. I never